welcome to Monday night's Millionaire Mindset. I am April Watts, business leader of High Wattage Enterprises, and I want to share with you some things that are leaving in just 3 days. So today's Monday, we've got till Wednesday night, so they're leaving in just 3 days, and I wanted to share with you some of those things and some word choices and ways that you can promote those with your customers. And maybe you don't own some of these products, so you need word choices and you need to know what they do. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like my head's cut off. There's something at the top of my screen. Okay, fine. Maybe my head's not cut off. So I'm going to be honest with you. When I first joined Tupperware, I had Fridge Smarts in my inventory. I had Fridge Smarts I had earned, and I did not think that we used enough produce to use them for a while. And then one day I was throwing away some produce, and I thought, I've got to stop this. I've got to try those Fridge Smarts and see if they're as good as everybody says they are. And when I tell you they are, oh my goodness, they are so amazing. And they have a spot in my refrigerator and they stay there all the time. So here's what I want to tell you. I'm just going to tell you some things about them, some features about them, some things they'll do, so you can tell your customers. You'll be educated if you haven't used them. Well, first of all, we got a super good deal on produce. So y'all saw me the day that I put all of this produce in, and it also looks brand new. But let's talk about our BOGO set right now, okay? So this set is regular $121. It is on sale right now for $99, and you get another set free. So you're going to get, instead of 4 pieces, you're going to get 8 pieces. So what's that? $49.50. It's regular $121, and you're going to get it for $49.50. Something really good for you to do right now is to post on your page that you have someone who wants half a set, and is there someone who would like to split a set with them? Because you just need that one bite on your page. It's like that little hook where somebody's like, oh, this is what everybody's talking about. And y'all, FOMO is real. It is so real. If they think everybody has it, then they want it. If they think everybody's buying it, they want it. If they think it's going to sell out, they want it. Don't get upset when we have sellouts. We want to sell out. We have stuff that's so amazing. Sometimes we sell out. So you better get it when you see it. Okay. So let me tell you about some of these features of this. All right, so I'm going to use the one that's empty because this is one that I have emptied. And so it has the channels on the bottom. You can see that. And this is used for when something inside, so it makes its own condensation. You know how when you're at the grocery store and it's water spraying on some of those things? If it's supposed to have condensation, it will create its own. If it's not, then it won't. If it's something that needs to be completely dry, then you just wipe it out with a napkin every once in a while if you see anything accumulating, if you've had it in there for a really, really long time. Because I'm here to tell you, bell peppers and this little guy right here, I had 2 colored bell peppers that got slid to the back of my refrigerator, 3 months. 3 months, they were absolutely perfect, just as the day that I bought them. So, Tupperware got together with the University of Florida and studied how fruits and vegetables breathe. So produce breathes just the way we do. And if we're not breathing correctly, we start to die, right? So does our produce. So you want to always put it away naked and dirty. That means if it comes in plastic, you take it off and you just put it in. You do not wash it because that water makes it starts to break down. And your produce rots from the inside out. So by the time that it is slimy on the outside, it's really gross on the inside. So you want to be sure that you're not putting any water on there because that's going to help it start to do that breakdown process. And let's talk about our little chart here on the front. This chart is between 2 pieces of plastic. I'm going to hold it up a little closer for you. You don't have to worry about this coming in off in the dishwasher. It is dishwasher safe. This is pressed between 2 pieces of plastic, so it's not going to come off. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. So there's this chart here, and it tells you this is halfway. It's got a little circle with a half. This is halfway. This is all the way closed. This is all the way open. So if you put your seal on facing where the word Tupperware is facing you. The word Tupperware is facing you. Then if your picture's on the left, put your slider on the left. If your picture's on the right, put your slider on the right. And that way you don't have to go, what's that say? Whatever, you don't have to worry about that. You just, okay, broccoli says all the way open, so slide it all the way left. Well, if I am putting bell pepper in here, it's halfway. So I slide it over for halfway. So that is how. But you want the word Tupperware facing you, and the vent is on the back side away from you. And that's how you know you're sliding it the correct way. All right. So Tupperware got together with the University of Florida, and they were trying to discover what makes them last longer. Strawberries, for instance, when you get them, they're in this little open container that's got little holes in it, right? They're rotting when you get them. Strawberries need no air. So you bring them home and you put them in here. And I would actually suggest putting your strawberries in this one because, yes, this one would hold them, but strawberries are so tender. If you put them in this one where there's just one layer, then they're not going to get bruised, from being on top of each other. Now, say you didn't notice that one strawberry was going bad and it starts to go bad while it's in there, then that juice is going to go down into these chambers and it's going to be that one strawberry that's going to go bad. Not all of them, because it's not sitting in all that. So when they're sitting in that, then it makes them all start to go bad, but this is designed to pull it away. Now, these are going to make your produce last 3 to 8 times longer. Some people I hear say 3 to 5 times. I know I heard it one time 3 to 8 times, and I'm standing on that 8 times because, like I told you about the bell peppers, 3 months. Now, so we talked about this deal. And when I demonstrate these at my parties, I always say they're just magic. I don't know. They're super smart. They're called Fridge Smarts. They're smarter than me. I do know how they work, and I do go into telling them how they work, but you just want a little bit of comedy or whatever in there. Just say they're so smart. They're called Fridge Smarts. They're smarter than me. I don't know. They're magic, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I know about them. So when you want to talk, you can talk about your magic Tupperware. This is it. This is your magic Tupperware. So when you purchase this set right here, this is $99. Then we have the large. And I'm going to tell you something. This is my favorite size because this goes in my refrigerator from front to back with nothing in front of it. So look at this. Let me show you. This size doesn't come around often, and you want to grab it right now. So look at this length. This is front to the back of a regular refrigerator. All right, look at this size. So you see how that is? So when I put these in my refrigerator, I do this. So they're made to be modular. They all are made to be modular, just like our modular mates. So they're going to stack right up, and you just build your refrigerator, whatever size your refrigerator is. Okay, so I told you this is one of my favorites. You can mix produce that is the same breather. So like here, now y'all know when I got these, it's been a long time. I'm going to let you see them. Look how beautiful those are. My grapes and my cherries. They are the same type breather, so I have them together. I have squash and zucchini together. I have my baby cucumbers. I put it together. Here's a big thing of together. So this is our large. This is our extra large one that's on sale right now. So let me tell you something. When they purchase this and this and this, they're going to get the small, shallow, and the vertical for free. So this is a $49 value, just these 2 pieces. So they're going to be getting $49 worth completely free. Let me tell you about this vertical one. It's got in the bottom this little tray, this little green tray. So you can put your watermelon in here, cut it up, put your watermelon in here. All the juice is going to be in the bottom, so your watermelon's not sitting in that juice. And it's going to stay fresh till next to forever. Also, your asparagus likes to be standing upright and in water. And that's how it's going to last long. If you've had any experience with asparagus, sometimes it does not last a long time. So your asparagus in here, standing upright and in water, you put water in the bottom and let it stand. Let the stems be in the water a little bit because you're going to trim that off when you cook them anyway. So this is going to keep your asparagus for a really, really long time. So these two are completely free when you have a $149 order. And this is going to be something. Now, let me tell you something that I tell my customers. You know how when you buy an appliance and it says that this is going to save you so much a year? And I always tell them, when you buy an appliance and it says this is going to save you this amount a year, this is going to save you this amount a year. I said, every appliance that you bought that told you what you were going to save, these are going to save you more than that, because these are going to pay for themselves in about 2 to 3 months, probably. They're going to pay for themselves completely. The average family of 4 throws away 150 pounds of produce a year. The average family of 4. That is a lot of food that's being thrown away. And we know how expensive food is right now. We do not want our customers throwing away anything. It is your responsibility as a consultant to get this information to your customers to let them know what they're missing out on. Now, are you going to take it and post it tonight, what you learned, whenever we're done? Yes, you're probably going to post and say, this is on sale, BOGO, get this free. But then I don't want you to forget about it there. We need to post 3 times today, 3 times tomorrow, 3 times Wednesday. The average person has to see something 5 to 8 times before it registers. And after you see it so many times, you're like, oh my goodness, I've got to get some of those. I saw that those were ending. I've got to get that. Those, I really, really think I need those. But think about yourself. The first time that you see something, are you like, oh my goodness, I got to have it? I mean, I'm not that person. Most people aren't that people. Like, you may see something and say, oh, that's nice, but you're not thinking you got to run out and buy it. But when you see it 8 or 10 times, and then this person's got one, and you see what it did here and what it did there, then you're like, oh my goodness, I've got to have that. So you do not have to be a salesman to sell Tupperware. All you need to do is share the facts about the products that you love. All we do is just highlight. We just highlight the products, and then they see that they need it in their home. You don't have to be a wonderful salesperson. Let me tell you what you do have to do to sell. You have to keep your Facebook page clean. You have to keep it clean. Like, don't put stuff on there that, like, you're ranting at somebody today, and then tomorrow you're like, oh, I'm the sweetest, most beautiful thing. Buy this from me. That doesn't work, because when people are getting that you have that vibe, like you post whatever, political rants, whatever. I have views. I have very strong views. I don't post them. So keep your page positive with things that uplift people and lift people up. Like, you just want to always be lifting people up, and then people are not going to block you because they're seeing something. They're like, I don't want to say that crap anymore. Okay, now I said I was going to show you about things that I mix. Here we go. So this is our extra large. I haven't opened this in a while. See, I have that little bit of condensation on the top of there. This is my bell peppers, colored bell peppers. This is my the big ones, the little ones. This is my cauliflower. I think that's all that's in there now. There was more stuff in there, but you can see that we have eaten it. So my daughter got a deal on some produce. It was like $250 worth for $80. So I have these in my refrigerator here. I have these in my refrigerator outside. We have tons and tons of produce right now, and I'm not worried about it going bad. So we're going to save so much money on groceries. So this one right here is really good for when your friend has a garden and they start getting to the end of the season and they're like, we've eaten so much squash and zucchini and whatever. I have a friend that does that every year. Different friend. And here, do you need any? This is what I take that squash and zucchini and I'll put it in. I'll put it in my extra refrigerator outside, or the corn when they have too much corn come in. This is what I put. Now, when you go to somewhere like Aldi, I don't know if y'all have Aldi. I don't have one right here with me. It's an hour away. But if you go to the grocery store, take these with you. Like at Aldi, they don't give you bags. Take these with you, and as you're shopping, just have it in your cart. And then as you're shopping, you just put it in here. And then after you check out, you put it back in there. And then You're going to close it up, take it home, then just take your seals off of it or your plastic off of it, whatever, and do it right there in the store. What's that going to do? That's going to advertise. They're going to say, what is that you got? Why are you using that? And then you're going to get to tell them, oh, this keeps your produce fresh 5 to 8 times longer. I could talk about these forever because I truly, truly, truly believe in them. And when I tell you I'm excited about them, you believe me because I am excited about these. And I do not throw produce away anymore at all, at all. Let's see what we have in mind. These are baby cucumbers, and I've not bought baby cucumbers. So they look perfect. They look perfect. I normally buy just the regular cucumbers, but those were what was on sale. This is squash and pepper. And you see, you can mix things that are the same breathers. And this is my lettuce. Okay. So our lettuce crispet is on sale this week. It's not on sale, it's for sale. And they're very rarely available. Very rarely. And so lots of times people ask me for that and we don't have it. Right now we do have it. So get it. It's ending on Wednesday. Get it, get it, get it. The last time we had them, I ordered 20 extra just because it's something my customers always ask me for. I've been in the business for a long time. I have people who contact me. So for something that's really inexpensive like that, I may try to order 10 extras. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to stock up a bunch of stuff. I'm just telling you what I do for my customers for things that are inexpensive, that are asked for a lot, that we might not see but every 5 years. So I ordered 10 or 20 extra. Don't remember. Maybe it was 10. They were gone within the first 6 months. So mostly to consultants who didn't get theirs. But the beauty of it is we had them when we couldn't have gotten them. But when they contact me and we don't have the crispet available, this is what I sell them. This is our medium D. And this has I do 2 heads of lettuce. I always do 2 heads of lettuce. And y'all, this lettuce has been in here since way before we bought our other produce. It's still, listen, hear how crispy and fresh that is. It is still fresh and wonderful. So this is what I suggest when the crispet's not around. You want to tell them they could do this one if the head of lettuce was small, but I don't want people to bruise their lettuce, smushing it in there. So I tell them that they can do 2 heads in this one. And that's what I sell all the time when I cannot get a hold of the crispets. Now, let's talk about a few other things that we have. So we have our colander set. I'm going to tell you, I looked before I hopped on here, and some of these items, our knives, our colander set, the vertical fridge smart, some of the things are getting limited. So don't be crying when they sell out. Get it done now. Get it done now. Okay, so make sure you tell your customers today, tomorrow. You just make sure you're telling them. So this is our colander set, y'all. This is only $15. This could literally be split and used as 2 gifts for somebody. I have lots of ladies that are doing that for gifts for their people in the office. But this has the little handle on the side or the little hook where it just sits on your bowl so you can drain into there. So let's say that you open up some pineapples because you're going to make a pineapple cake, but you don't need the juice. So you drain it here. Then you keep the juice and then you use it in another recipe. So we don't waste anything around here, right? And then this is your smaller one. It does have the pour spout on each side. So I do love that they have the pour spout. And this is, once again, something that's not often around. It does have the little hole in them where you can hang them flat up against the wall on a hook if you choose to do that. And you could not hang them both on the same hook. I was looking to see if that lines up, but it would be wonky. But anyway, it does have the hole where you can line that up. Let's talk about this little baby here. So this is one that's a thank you gift. They get 2 of these as a thank you gift when they do a party. There's still time to do a party and close it before Wednesday. But this is blueberries. I'm trying to not let them roll. This is blueberries. They've been in here for at least 2 weeks. I'd have to look at the date. At least 2 weeks. And they still look wonderful. So I don't worry about throwing anything away. We've got a lot of produce here that we can eat healthy, and I don't have to worry about it going bad before we eat it. Okay, now let's talk about some of our knives. Now, I do not have one of them. I don't have the serrated one because it's in my camper, and I didn't get out there to grab it. But once this is something that is getting limited is the knives. And I'm going to tell you something. I own, and I don't want to say this publicly, but I'm talking to y'all, so I'm going to. I bought a set of Cutco knives. I owned a restaurant for 14 years, to tell you a little bit about my history. So I owned a restaurant for 14 years. I cannot stand a knife that is not good. When you cut 100 tomatoes a day, you want to make sure that you got a knife that's good. No matter what you're cutting, you want to make sure you got a knife that's good. So I bought a set of Cutco knives because I wanted something nice. When I started selling Tupperware, I would always go to these. And my block was sitting on the counter and I was not using it. So my kids had said, well, when mom dies, I'm getting the Cutco knives. I'm getting Cutco knives. It was like one of the most expensive things I have. When people tell you Tupperware is expensive, you tell them that they're paying for a quality product and it's not nearly as expensive as some of the things out there that has a great reputation. But I'm just telling you my preference is I use these more than I use my Cutco. So I went ahead and gave my Cutco set to my daughter who lives next door, and I just use my Tupperware knives because I love them. So this is your shelf knife. Use this for everything. This is like your workhorse in the kitchen. You can use it from slicing, squashing zucchini. I use it to cut meat. I've used this for everything. Our knives have the sheath that they go in. This is going to protect the hands when you're reaching in the drawer to keep it from cutting you, but it's also going to protect the blade to keep it sharp longer. And so these are on sale, y'all. The paring knife, this is a set of 2, is on sale right now. If you don't have these, get them. And tell all your customers that they need these. And these make great stocking stuffers. So it's almost time for Christmas in July. You want to tell them, hey, Christmas in July is coming, but you need to get this before this ends on June 26th, because your family member is going to love you and thank you so much when you put some of these into their stocking and you're not putting a sock or a chocolate candy bar or whatever. Give them something that they're going to use and love and last forever, because that's what our stuff does. I hope that you've got a few little word choices tonight that you can use. I could go on and on forever about our products, but I do want to tell you these next 3 days, tonight when we get done and tomorrow and then on Wednesday, I want you to post at least 3 times a day. The average person has to see it 5 to 8 times. And I'm going to tell you, I think the average person probably has to see it 8 times. And maybe the person that's like super smart and says, hey, I'm not going to miss out on that. Maybe that's the person that gets it at 5. But I want you to make sure that you're posting, and I want you to make sure that you're talking about this. And if you're comfortable, go live with a piece and tell them about it. But whatever you do, whether you're sharing, I have a video on my page that is public that you can go and grab and share, that I talked about some of these things with as well. So go grab it and share it. It says get with your consultant. It doesn't guide them back to me. It tells them to come to you. So I will share that. Maybe I'll share that on all of your pages tonight, on all of your team pages, so that you can grab that and go with it. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for being here with me. And if I can figure out how to turn y'all off, I will. No, I see it right here. Bye, y'all. Thanks so much. Let's have a big, big close on Wednesday.